just sharing this around. Hello, folks. If you're joining us, we're going to be with you in just a second. Just sharing a few streams. Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you may be.
Wherever you are. Wherever you are. Hey, are we live?
We are live.
Hey, folks. Hey, kids. Hope you're doing great. Feels good to have you back.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, today's gonna be a fun one. I think
today is going to be a fun one.
All right.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Can we just keep it real?
Can we be honest?
Can we just keep it real?
Yeah.
We
always keep it real.
There has not been one occasion. There's not been 1 minute of doing this where I'm like, I'd rather do something. It's never happened. It's never happened. It's never happened. I would always rather.
That's nice to hear.
Be here. Am I in the right place? Yeah, I think I am. All right. Hey, Alicia's here and Andrea's here.
Oh
wow, that's so exciting.
Hello.
Hey, we are happy.
Nice to have you guys back.
Dropped in. That's so exciting.
Yes, it is.
Well, today we're going to be introducing an instrument, folks.
Wow, so many instrument introductions, man.
Yeah, we did. How many did we do this? We did
Wow.
we didn't do a real proper introduction of the theremin. But
We did the theremin. We did the saz.
that's right. We did the saz. What else have we done? We've done something else.
Oh man. By now we filmed so many episodes. I kind of get confused.
We're coming up to whatever 56 plus 24 is.
We introduced a lot
80,
of stuff.
80. The answer is 80 to that question.
Don't
be like me, kids. Do your math homework.
Today's the 80th
No.
episode?
After Sat, today is the 78th episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost 80.
Yeah, fam. That's
crazy.
That's for real.
Time flies by so fast.
It does. Remember when I was like, "Hey, Freddie, you want to do a kid show for while this whole thing's going on?" And you were like, "Yeah."
And when did that start? Couple of weeks ago, man.
It feels like it, but it was mid-March. It was a couple of months ago. Hey, Addie TikTok's here. What's going on? Krista Lala, Mary and Krista from Indiana are here. That's so fantastic. Oh, this is exciting. Well,
how's the weather in your region?
I just shared the wrong one.
What do you mean?
I just shared the wrong episode.
Oh, you shared the wrong episode.
I shared the wrong episode.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Take your time.
Yeah.
It's so hot. Can you remember the first time when we were filming here?
It was cold.
It was
cold. Our building was bought by a new person, and our heating system is connected to somebody else, and
it just broke apart.
That didn't work out. That didn't work out so well for us.
The heating system was so old and rusty, it just fell apart, right?
It's rainy but warm where Krista is in Indiana.
Yeah, same situation
here. And
here.
our friend Ayana is here.
Oh, nice. Hello, Ayana.
Oh, that's so great, Ayana. That's really, really cool. We're really happy you're here, Ayana.
Nice. Yeah, the weather condition here is the same as in Indiana. What was it? Indiana?
Indiana.
Yeah. It's kind of, I'd call it tropical. Woo! What was
I would say I'm from the D.C. area, which was technically, a lot of people don't know this, Washington, D.C. was built on a swamp.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And what does that mean in terms of weather?
It means we have absolutely monstrous mosquitoes.
Oh.
That's what it means. It means we have really big, bad, mean, unpleasant mosquitoes.
Do mosquitoes like you?
They love me.
Oh, really?
There's one in my apartment right now, and it has been eating well.
Oh.
So well.
Well, good for the mosquito.
It's so happy.
They don't like my blood. Not at all.
See, I'm the type of person that you like to have around.
But to be honest, mosquitoes are the only creatures of the world that, doesn't like me. that don't like me.
Really? Dogs, cats, all of you?
Yeah, most of them. Most of
That's
them.
good.
I gotta say. Well, with sharks, I'm not sure.
Well, let's not test that out.
I never asked a shark, to be honest.
Let's not. Let's not say we did. Okay. All right. Oh, that took forever. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Just a little chit chat with
Little
you
chit
guys.
chat. Okay. Freddie, where's your bass?
Good question. But let me play on my new instrument.
An instrument? Looks
Yeah.
like you just picked up a box of oranges.
You'll wait. You'll wait.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
welcome to the show. Hello,
Hello.
hello, welcome to the show. Hello,
Hello.
welcome to the show. Hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey.
Mary, Krista, Ayana, Adi, we're so happy you're here. If you guys could do us a favor and give us a quick microphone check, tell us, is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Because Freddie and I were going to be playing and introducing a percussion instrument today, and we don't want to blow out your ears. So if everything's okay, just send us a thumbs up or an okay. And otherwise, we can turn the volume up or down. And always feel welcome to tell us if the audio is too loud or too quiet. We really like to make those adjustments as quickly as possible.
That's right.
Well, Ayana says it's perfect. Okay,
Oh,
that's great.
That's nice to hear.
Wonderful.
So, Guy,
Freddie.
just for your interest,
Yes,
this is not a stool.
that's not a stool.
No.
And it's not a banana crate?
No, in this case, no. But it used to be one back in the days.
What do you mean?
I mean, this instrument here, this stool, is an instrument called a cajon.
A cajon.
A cajon.
A cajon.
Cajon. Cajon.
Okay.
With that Spanish sound.
It sounds Spanish to me. Is it?
Yeah.
Does it come from Spain?
Not really. The origins are Peru and Cuba.
Peru and Cuba.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's
and
interesting.
And it used to be something like a cargo box, as you mentioned. So people originally were playing that instrument because they weren't allowed to play their drums.
That's interesting. Why?
Yeah.
Why? So hold on. Let me do a little bit of. Let's look on our.
Yeah. First of all, let's look at the map. Where
First off,
is
yeah.
Peru?
Let's show you guys where this came
Where?
from.
What's the place?
So first off, let's talk about Peru. Okay.
Can you show
Where
the
could
audience
that be?
where it is?
I can if I can be smart enough to add
I believe in
the
you.
screen.
I believe in you.
I think I might be. We'll see. There we go. Boom. Wow. All right. So let's take a trip, everybody. So this is, of course, a map of the world, and we have our continents. We have Australia down here, and we've got Asia, which is massive.
Wow.
And we've got Africa and Europe and the United States and Canada in North America, right? And then we have Central America and South America. Peru is right here. Right here. And we're going to go, if I can figure out how to zoom. Ah, that's way too close. Extreme close-up. This is Peru right here.
Oh, wow. So it's part of America. Part of
It's
South America.
And
Nice.
this very large island here, close to Florida, is called Cuba. Cuba, as some people will say.
Oh.
Now, in reading about this, hold on. So here's some more facts. It is believed that this is actually a descendant of box-like percussion instruments from West Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, and the reason there a long time ago, not long enough, but long ago, a lot of the people from Africa were taken and put into slavery,
Sadly.
and these crates were used to transport things.
That's right. There were fish in it and fruit,
Huh.
all kinds of stuff.
And what I've read is that they were told that they were not allowed to play their instruments.
That's true.
So what they would do, as the story goes, is they would take these crates and they would use them as instruments.
That's true.
And that is the development of the cajon.
Yeah. So nowadays,
It's very cool and very rebellious.
yeah, kind of. And it looks like nothing, to be honest. It just looks like, it has a little hole in it so the sound can go out of the box. But actually, that isn't a cargo box, obviously. I bought it. It was like a kit that I bought, and I set that up by myself.
You built this yourself?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
You can buy cajon kits.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, what is it about the cajon that makes it different than why can't I just get a box of wood? Why can't I just build a box? Why is this different?
I mean, it is different because you have on every cajon, you have one side that you can use to drum on it. So a classical cajon got 3 sounds. The first sound is on the very bottom, which is the bass, and it sounds like this.
Huh.
So imagine a drum kit.
Yeah.
The biggest drum, the bass drum,
It's on the floor.
and it's very big. And since look at the size of the box and the sound it does. It's pretty huge, I'd say, for its size, right?
Yeah.
The second sound is a snare sound. And how do we create a snare sound? Well,
We talked about that when we introduced the snare drum.
but let's do a quick review. So on the back side, here we have a snare drum.
We've got the head.
Head, and on the back side of it, we have the snare wires,
And when you pull that tight,
like this.
the drum makes a different sound.
So
Listen.
this is when it's tight. Have a try.
So that's with the snare wire close to the bottom head, and now sounds much more like a standard frame drum.
That's
Listen
right.
with those. So again, with the wire, that wire gives it a special snap, and then okay. So you're telling me that the cajon has snare wire on the inside.
That's right. And on a special position, the snare wires are just on the upper third of the instrument. Do you see the screws here?
I do.
With the screws, you can adjust how much the snare sound, how loud the snare sound is.
Really?
So the tighter the screws are, the harder, or the how do you say, the more snare sound you can actually
more present.
hear. The more
snare
present
sound is.
it is. That's right.
That cool.
So,
Hey! I got good news.
whoa! Questions.
Andrea and Anna are here all the way from Canada. Hello!
Woo!
How are you guys? We've missed you so much. We've been thinking about you. I
Yeah.
hope everything is good and
How you
weather's
guys
nice in
doing?
Canada. We're talking about an instrument called the cajon.
Yeah.
And Freddie's sitting on it, believe it or not. I thought he was being really rude to the instrument at first, but apparently you're
playing
supposed
like that.
to sit on them. That's
right.
part of the whole
That's right.
one of the whole advantages of having a cajon.
That's right. So we got the bass, we
Yeah.
got the snare, but it sounds a little different compared to an actual snare drum.
I'd say so.
So here, guys hitting on. I'm hitting here on a piece of wood, actually, that's connected with our snare wires. And how do you call that in English?
The drum head. This is a synthetic drum head.
Yeah.
Some drums are made from the skin of certain animals, and some are made with synthetic material like this one.
Yeah.
So if you can hear, one of the main differences, if you could take your thumb off the top of this.
Oh, yeah, that's
let me
right.
just hold this.
Yeah.
I want you to hear the.
Just put it on a stand.
Let's talk for a second about the anatomy of sound, and what I mean by
Yeah.
that is what makes a sound the way that it does. Now, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hit something. The action is the same, but the sound we create is different. Listen to what happens. Do you see how it goes on for a while? Right?
Do it again.
Let's see. I don't know if you guys will be able to see how long the wire goes, but the air molecules, which is what sound is. Sound is when air molecules are pushed around, they go like, ah, okay? They resonate inside the drum head much longer because the skin, the synthetic heads, keeps moving, right? Because it's very thin. So even if I just do that,
and it's tighten up. How do you
Right.
call it?
it's very tight.
Yeah.
So look, watch, it resonates even if I do this.
Oh wow, it's kind of echoey, right?
Yeah, and even a light touch can make it resonate.
That's right.
Now, when Freddie hits it, like the sound stops nearly as quickly as it's
Yeah.
begun,
Yeah.
right? There's
True.
not a lot of resonance or what some might call sustain. Sustain is when something holds on and keeps going. So again,
I suppose that's why, because, you know, look at the piece of wood. It's much thicker,
much thicker.
and the wood cannot vibrate as much and as long.
There's no piece of wood you can cut as thin as this. At least I don't
Sure.
think there is. If there is a piece of wood that's
Prove it.
that thin, if I did this, it would snap in half very
That's true.
very quickly.
That's true.
Right? Very interesting.
Yeah.
So that's cool and all, Freddie.
Yeah.
But why?
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 Yeah.
Why?
You know, this instrument is played by a lot of drummers.
Really?
Yes.
Don't drummers just play drums?
Yes, that's true when they can, when they have a big car, for example. Because, Guy, we have to tell you something. Since Monday, we are allowed to play back on the streets.
Yes.
Thankfully.
We're allowed to do a little bit of work.
Yeah,
which
and this
very,
is
very nice.
so nice. Like Guy and I, we were so excited meeting actual people, of course, with some distance. But anyway, it was quite a lot of fun. And you know, imagine if we would have a drummer, a third guy who's taking care of the boom chaka, you know? And
That would be a lot of stuff to build.
we couldn't carry all this stuff,
No.
to be honest.
No.
I mean, there's a snare drum like this, a big bass drum, a lot of cymbals, toms,
stool,
ooh,
cymbal stands,
hi-hat
snare
stand.
It
Oh.
would take. I mean, it probably takes between 20 to 40 minutes just to build up a drum
Yeah,
set.
and that takes a lot of time. So when you're busking on the streets, a lot of drummers decide to use this cajon because it's light, you know, it's cubic, it's portable, and it has basically all the sounds you need. You have the basics of a drum kit, if you want to call it that way. You have the bass, you have the snare, and haha, for all the guys who wanted to add some stuff, you can always use the shakers, or you can use the kashishi and play it together. So if I'm playing it like this with my right hand, I can alter between bass and snare like this. Bass, snare,
That
bass, snare.
is very.
Bass,
Isn't he a
snare.
talented guy? He can play so many instruments, and he's doing two different things with the drums at the same time. You know, I've also seen cajons. Now that I think about it, they have different attachments on them. And I've seen some.
Like
and-
what?
Well, I've seen some people. Now, if you think about a traditional drum kit, there is a pedal that the drummer uses with his foot, usually two pedals, one for what's called the hi-hat and one for the bass drum.
That's true.
And the pedal hits a hammer doink, that hits the drum.
That's
So I've
correct.
seen people who use pedals to do that, so they have two hands free, and then they hit the side with their heel, like that.
So
Or they might put
yeah.
bells, or who knows what.
Yeah, like if you want to be very creative, I mean, there's no right or wrong with this instrument. You can update or upgrade your instruments by exchanging the wires, the snare wires, which are inside, and you can add some bells. You can add some, you know, some sounds. So you're totally free of your decisions. And the more creative you are, the better it sounds. But the essentials are the lower section and the higher section. And in between, if I'm going down real slow, you have some in-between nuances. So check out and listen up very carefully. We got the high snares. I'm starting just with 2 fingers. And it gets deeper and deeper. Then you can mute the upper section of the cajon to kind of mute this kind of snare sound. So you have a pure bass sound like this.
That's cool.
So you can do a lot of stuff with it. And although it's not so popular for the drummers, from what I've heard, they rather play their actual drum kit. You can do a lot of stuff with it. People use like the hot rods we have, like this, and just use one hot rod to just alter the sound of the snare. So you got like something like this instead of this. This is even more thinner and more higher to me. And the fun thing is you can build it by yourself, and it's very cheap. So if you buy a kit from Thomann, for example, I think it's about $50, and you can tune it, upgrade it as you like, and do your own sounds. So,
but hold on, you got to carry on. I just got a notification that that's an emergency that I have to deal with.
oh yeah, it's no big deal, no big deal. So, since we know a lot of songs, we can try a little bit. Can mess around with it a little bit. So we have the shaker here, we have the kashishi here, and we can use our hand to do bass and snare. For you guys who don't have a cajon at home, you can do a little exercise. So let's say this is a cool thing. You know that training, that exercise where you have to knock on your head like this and draw a circle on your belly like this. It's a good exercise to warm up in a fun game, or you just turn it around. So a drummer is doing the same thing actually. He's taking care of 2 movements at the same time, as I do right now. Just turn it around again. Whoop. Or you can tap your belly and, do it the other way. And rub your head like that. That destroy my hair, but, I do everything for you guys. And twist it over again. Tap on the head. And kind of massage your belly. That's great. Oh, I gotta. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at the stuff you wrote down. Oh, hey Anna, happy to be back. We haven't seen busy recording and filming all kinds of stuff. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, we read that before. Okay, cool. Okay, so if you're in the mood, you can do the same thing. You can pick your left hand like this, and always tap gently on your belly and your chest like this. So it's down, up, 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 down, up. And with the right hand, you kind of, what do we do with the right hand? Since I'm using the shaker, you can maybe swipe on your knee, kind of like this. Shaky, 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 down, up, and shaky, 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 down, up, down, up, and shaky, 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 down, up, shaky, 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 down, up, shaky, shaky, down, up, shaky, shaky, down, up. If you do that a couple of times, you can try to do it at the same time. So you do that, and just with your left hand, you're starting with the bass drum, which is my belly. It's a good exercise. It feels weird at the beginning, I know, but once you do it a couple of times, you get used to it. And what I'm doing right now, instead of rubbing my knee, I'll take the shaker. Shaky, shaky, down, up, down, up, down, up, or bass, snare, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, and there you go, and stop. That's the way it goes. Now, if you have a box at home, I highly recommend trying it out, sitting on it if possible, and just trying to do as much sound as you can get out of it. So let's say we are not only using this side of the box, we use other parts of the box. So let's experiment a little. I mean, we can use that side. I'm sitting now a little sitting a little weird on it. So we rub on the side and do the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and stop. We can also use the hot rods, and I'm not shaking at all, but I'm just tipping on, the edge of the box. Like this, so we get a very high sound. And then we go whoops. Like this. So the more creative you are, the better it is. And since this used to be a cargo box, doesn't matter. They just used it as an instrument, and now it became an actual instrument called the cajon. And I see it a lot on the streets when people are busking. I see it a lot in, contemporary pop or folk music, because it's so easy, it's so light, and it's so portable, and people can travel with that drum box way easier as if you would carry a whole drum kit. And for all the musicians, you know how annoying it can get if you're carrying around so much stuff. And yeah, that's all for now. So, Guy, thanks for having you back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I missed a comment from Anna a while ago. She said she remembers the Cajons in Boston, and she heard a band on the street play some jazz, and there was a guy with a cajon. Can you play? She asked if we can play jazz.
Well, we can try it at least.
What do you want to play?
I don't know what you're able to play.
What I don't know. You know what jazz I'm able to play, don't you?
We had a lesson with You remember where we compared? Yeah.
All right, hold on. We'll do let's do the other one. Let's do the
As you please.
after you gone.
All
right, we'll give you some
please.
We're gonna give you some Django jazz. We're gonna give you some Django jazz. I just gotta find the app. There's an app for everything, even guitar tabs. Oh no, that's not it. Oh no, that's not it either. There we go.
Oh, I'm using a piece of paper. I'm getting very crazy at this point. I really want to imitate that brush sound on a snare drum.
I wonder where our brushes went.
Yeah, I don't know where they are, but you know they are out of metal.
Yeah,
and I think
that's probably not so
as
good.
good for the wood. So
okay. All right,
okay,
let's
let's
All
experiment.
right, we haven't
a
played
little.
this in a while.
Hold on, I need to find a better snare sound.
Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
After you gone, left me crying. After you gone, well, there's no denying. You seem to get sad. You miss the dearest pal you ever had. So there come a time now. Don't forget it, baby. There come a time when you'll regret it. Someday, when you grow lonely, your heart will ache and mind, and you won't be on me. After you gone, away, ba do da do da, ding bong ba da da do da, whoa whoa whoa.
Oh. Sue me, drummers! Ah.
After you gone, let me cry. After you gone, there's no denying. You see me do, you'll feel sad. Miss the best friend that you've ever had. There'll come a time, so don't forget it, no, no. There'll come a time when you'll regret it. Someday, when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine. It's not the only. After you go, whoa, away.
I don't think we played that since we did the original show.
Perfect.
I think we need some work.
Dude, it was all about experimenting.
Oh,
It
she
wasn't-
said, oh goodness. Well, even so, people were dancing. So Anna says,
Oh,
wow,
that's
her
cool.
whole body dances. She can't stop.
That's
It's great.
nice.
She says, thank you, Freddie and Guy. And
Oh.
Ayana says her little buddy is kicking his feet. Well, let's give them something else to kick their feet about.
Of course. Of course, let's play a little with a cajon.
Let's play something we know a little bit better.
I wonder. Hold on. I think I got some more klimbim.
Klimbim. Klimbim is a German word for whatever. Stuff.
That is klimbim. You don't say that in English in America?
We don't say Klimbim, no.
But it's a nice word.
Unless you're Don Ross, but he's not American, he's Canadian.
That's true. Okay, Canadian people can say it. Okay. All right.
Well, you call it. We can. What's that Argentinian song that we played?
Un poquito cantas.
Yeah, maybe that's a good one. We always get that. Where do we do that at? In D? Forget.
It starts with A7.
A7. Okay.
Un poquito by. You played it without a capo.
Did I?
Yeah. Just 2 chords. Poquito canta, un poquito by. Un poquito.
You know, and I also want you to notice that Freddie's just banging on his knees there. Slap on your knees, bud. That was cool. You were slapping on your knees.
Ah. Oh yes. Like this?
No, with your hands. Forget the cajon for the second. Just listen.
Ah. Like before you mean, or what do you mean?
Just slap it up. The reason why I want you to listen to that is that, you know, you can make music out of so many things, even the different parts of your body. Freddie didn't have to pay a dime to make that sound with his hand and his knee. And the cool thing is he's got 2 hands and 2 knees. What a lucky fella. What's it sound like with 2 hands and 2 knees? Doesn't that make that fun?
Okay, let's switch
Let's switch it up. Oh, a little bit of bass.
Un poquito canta, un poquito bailas, un poquito little la, como un canarión. Little la, little la, little, little, little la, little la, little la, little, little, un poquito cantas, un poquito bailas, un poquito little la, un canario. Little la, little la, little, little, little la, little la, little la, little, little la.
You know, I love simplicity. It's one of my favorite things. To me, I get more impressed by someone who can do a whole lot with just a little than I do with gigantic, big bells and whistles and fancy everything and blah, blah, blah. You know,
Yeah.
you can always make things more complicated. You really can. You can always add more things to it. But what I find that I've learned from a lot of masters is a lot of masters are good at taking away. They're good at taking things away and making, as we said before, the most out of what they have. Freddie is sitting on a box.
On a box
The roots of this box are Africa.
with no bananas in it.
Okay.
An empty box.
These boxes were used as crates for fruit, to transport things.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are the roots of these boxes. And then some people who were told they weren't allowed to make music said, well, the box makes cool sound. So they made
and
music
it's
with
not
the
an
box.
instrument.
And you know, and now if you look and you watch street musicians and you see them make a whole lot of noise with just a little bit, a guitar, a couple of voices, and a box. It's so exciting what you can make. You know, when our friend Ayana was on, who I think agrees with what I just said, she showed us her homemade shakers. And if you missed that episode, it was a really good one. I think that was 2 weeks ago. Ayana, she made shakers from old soda bottles.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
That was
and
cool.
I believe she filled them with rice, but you can also fill them with sand or all sorts of things, and you can make your own shakers. You know, we don't always have the money to buy the things we want, but we all have our minds and things laying around the house, and that's a cool cool thing, especially with percussion. Guitars are a little bit harder to get a hold of, a very quality guitar. You know, you can get decent guitars for a little bit of money, but you're still talking usually a couple of $100, which is that's a lot of money, right? But if you're clever, you can go online and you can see instructions on how to build your own Cajon, and you can go to the hardware store, get some nails and some screws and some wire and some pieces of wood.
That's it.
And you're set.
That's it.
It's really, really neat.
That's it.
Let's see. We made those. What is Krista saying? Krista Mary said we made those later as well as we were still in school, but you still use them.
Oh wow! See?
Isn't that great?
See? Cool.
Isn't that great?
That's so neat.
So, you know, we hope today was a fun way for you to learn a little bit about an instrument that is massively popular for people who may not be able to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on drums. Oh, and you know what, Ayana brings up a great point. I've seen guys use paint buckets to drum on. Yeah, Ayana, that's very, very prominent by where I come from. I come from close to Washington, D.C. And Washington, D.C. has a kind of music that is native. It is a subgenre of funk, and it's called go-go. And it's got a very unique percussive sound, and there were, as long as I can remember, there were street musicians who would go to the store and they'd buy several paint buckets, which are cheap. And you can stack, if you have one paint bucket alone, it has one sound. If you stack two of them, different sound. Stack three of them, and they would do it like that. And they would create a paint bucket drum kit, and it sounded awesome, right?
Wow. So I think let's wrap it up.
Absolutely. And I think I didn't tell you this, Freddie. There's a man I know from TikTok who was formerly a professional musician. He's not anymore, but I've reached out to him to ask him if he'd consider showing us the congas.
Oh, nice.
Because he used to be a go-go musician.
That'd be exciting.
And Krista said old water bottles and rice, 100% Krista. There we go. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, we've got a song prepared for you, and then for the last show of the season on Saturday, we're going to have a story. Now, we're going to be taking a bit of a break after Saturday. Freddie and I, we recently were able to work again a little bit. We're able to play music on the street, which is a really nice thing.
Yes.
So we need to try to pay off some of these bills that we've got.
Yes.
And also really think about how we're going to go for season 3. Some of you guys told us what are still good times for you, or I don't know if you think we should take a break for the whole summer or what we should do, but we've really got to start find a balance between earning money and doing the show. We still really, really want to do the show.
Yes.
Because we love doing this with you guys, the core people who are watching us. We just want to find the days and the times that are best for everybody. And if this is still a good time, let us know. If it's earlier for where you live, let us know that as well. We can make some adjustments, but we still want to do the show.
If you have a special topic or a special instrument that we should talk about, then please let us know as well, because it's very important for us to, show stuff that you're interested in.
And if you're new to the show, thank you for watching. We'd really like to find a way to make this our life. We'd like to find a way to make this our main job. So if you could tell friends and with families about this, or even people who just like music who you think might like this, let them know. And by the way, we're also available to teach Zoom classes for schools and cultural groups and all that stuff. So maybe you know somebody who would like something like that, and we can build some lessons specifically for them. Because this is what we love to do more than anything. We love to teach music, and we love to play music. It's one of the most important things in our lives, and we think it makes a lot of people happy. So thank you very much. If you're new to the show and you want to help support us, we've got a donation at paypal.me/anothermothermusic. And that's what's up.
That's what's up.
All right, so we'll play our goodbye song, and then we're going to do a very quick podcast because Freddie's got a lesson at 6 o'clock. So there we go.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, goodbye.
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 See you next time. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. See you next time. Goodbye.
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 We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks for listening. Thanks
It's
for
always
watching.
wonderful.
See you tomorrow.
Ayana had fun, learned new stuff. Andrea said, happy for you guys. She said, take the summer. You earned it. If you still want to do it, then maybe she said, if you still want to do it, maybe a little bit early would be great. And then she said, we need to come to Germany to hear you on the street.
Oh,
How you
that'd
can
be
again.
lovely.
Live performances have to come back. Yeah, we absolutely agree. Well, thanks, friends. Much love to you, Ayana. I don't know if okay, so I don't know if Bad Bianca and Adi are still there. Thanks for tuning in if you are. And anybody else who's new, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. We're going to be doing the podcast in just a few minutes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.